Hey guys, Ranqeust here, bringing you episode number 3 of Building and Beyond. In our last episode, we were able to establish a farm, give us some food for the long term. We found plenty of iron, and we're actually going to use that iron for some very important items, because today we're going into the abandoned mine shaft. So, before we go into the mine shaft, what we're going to do with that iron is craft some armor, give us a little bit of protection, and we're going to make some of the important tools like an iron pickaxe and an iron sword. So without further ado, here we go. I did a little work off camera, just basically some farming. I threw up this tree farm. So for people that don't know how to throw up a tree farm, this is very rudimentary. You've got a row of saplings and this dirt column above. Now, that column is actually directly above these saplings. And what that does is it prevents the trees from growing too big. Now, I like to put this row of columns 9 blocks above the saplings. And the reason for that is because it will give not only the small trees, but also sometimes give you trees with a little bit of extra, some small branches. If you don't put this bar above the trees, what will happen is you'll get the really huge trees. And I think there's an example of one right over there. And the problem with those is they just take way too much time to farm all the wood. There's a ton of wood in them, usually about at least a half a stack when you get a really good one, but it's just not worth it when you're building a tree farm. I also threw some chests down here just to store some of the necessary resources, and I also threw a chest over here by the crops. And so I've been harvesting the crops as they grow, getting some food ready because we're going to need a lot of food when we go into Mineshaft. And one thing I'd like to show too is when storing food, I do things like this, and what this will do is it actually organizes your inventory without having to really think about where you're placing things. So if you put items in each one of these spaces, whenever you shift click, it'll automatically go into those spots, which is very cool. I also have been finding these poisonous potatoes. So apparently when you grow potatoes, occasionally you'll get some with some blight. So I throw those over there. And this will actually speed up your farming and when you need food quite considerably. And actually I need some so that I can replant. Let's grab some seeds. Replant. Oops. I wrote that one. Awesome. So I farmed some wood. As you can see, I've got 39 logs. I also cooked up some of the wood, and I cooked up the iron ingots. And what we're going to do with the iron ingots is we're going to start crafting armor. Now we need 4 pieces of armor. There are a helm, some pants, a chest, and boots. And the most efficient way to make your armor is like this, by overlapping. Now you can only do the pants, boots, and helmet this way, just based off of the shape, and with this you can then just shift click and get your 3 major pieces of armor. And then from here, you make your chest piece. And then when you put it on, one thing that pops up once you put on the armor is you get those shirts right above your hearts, and that's your armor level. So, we are fully suited in armor. The only armor that's better than what we have currently as far as durability versus protection is diamond armor and chainmail armor. Now, diamond armor you can find by mining diamonds and crafting the armor. Chainmail, they only come off of drops from zombies and skeletons if you kill them. and trading with villagers. So those are the only two ways you can get those. Okay. I also organized this a little bit more. I made another furnace, and I also cleaned up the walkway. I made it at least 2 wide going down, because if you remember last time I had a little bit of trouble finding my way back up. And then if you look off in the distance, you can see this little staircase, and what that is doing is bringing grass down into the bottom of the ravine. And that's because I like grass. So usually when I have a ravine, I like to coat it in grass at the bottom. It just gives it a cozier feel instead of all the stone. So before we head down, I almost forgot, we need to craft 2 more things, and that's going to be an iron pickaxe and an iron sword. So, okay, so we are good to go. And actually, before we go, I'm going to craft me a shovel, not using any of the iron, because as you can see, we are low again. Throw the food there. And we're actually going to need another axe for the mine shaft. I've only got a couple more pieces of coal in me, but it should last us. We should be finding plenty of coal when we go down to the caves. Up there. Okay, so we look like we're good to go. And I'm going to store these here just in case we die. Which is a good chance. Mine shafts are definitely treacherous places. So. And... Ooh, ooh, ooh! Whoa, that was a close one. Even though we're wearing armor, that guy could have done some damage, so... The creeper, the best way to attack one of these guys is to run at him so you can push him back, because if he stays too close, he does explode. Picking up some coal. You get quite a lot of XP from mining up those minerals. And as you can see, we killed the creeper, and he dropped us some gunpowder, so that is useful for making some potions, and it's also for making some TNT. So, let's block this off so we don't accidentally fall into the lava. And I'm going to leave this here just because it gives off a good amount of light during the nighttime. So, alright, so here we go. The Mineshaft. If you hear that, those are some spiders, and anytime you get to a mineshaft, you can see a lot of times you'll get this rail, and it's much nicer finding the rail in the mineshaft than having to make these. It's pretty expensive. So, what we're going to do is we're going to employ the techniques we learned earlier, always putting the torches on the right hand side so that we can, ooh, look at that! Hey, a chest! This is another cool thing about mineshafts, is that that occasionally you'll find these chests everywhere, and they actually updated this. It used to be that the chests would just be on the ground, but now they actually have them in rail carts. And we've got 4 pieces of iron and some pumpkin seeds. And pumpkin seeds aren't very useful, but we'll take them anyways. So, when you break that, you get the minecart, and you get a chest, which is very cool. So, that sounds really scary. It's a lot of spiders. stopped. So we're going to need a lot of coal going forward, pretty much forever. We're going to be using the coal for smelting up iron, making torches, and my favorite, smelting cobblestone. And the reason we're going to do that is so that we can get some stone, so that we can eventually get stone bricks, because this will be a building series. Right now we're doing a little bit of the tutorial phase, just to get started, but I love working with stone bricks. It's probably one of my favorite blocks. Now, when you see these are cobwebs inside the mine shaft. The only real way to get rid of them efficiently is with a sword. You have to be careful around them, especially if there's baddies, because if you hit one, you get stuck. As you can see, I'm slowly falling to the ground. And the sword is the only real way to break those quickly. So, let's look around. Oh, what's that? Let's go this way. Oh! Got a skeleton. Die. Okay, cool. Where are you? You sound close. Are you? Oh, and you see this drip stuff? This means do not dig there. Water and lava will drip one block through stone. So it's an indicator, essentially, if I were to dig right here, I would get lava pouring down on my head. So if you see that, know it, and definitely be aware of it, because that could lead to some potentially shady situations. I'm just collecting up some items that we may use down the road. Fences for sure. And it's nice in Mineshaft because you can get all the planks that you need. You don't have to stop for wood with trees or anything like that. Ooh, look, another chest. Oh, diamonds! Diamondes. That is awesome. And that actually gives us some a nice lead on that. And we also have melon seeds. That is excellent. We will definitely use those melon seeds back up at our little farm. Melons are definitely nice in a pinch, especially if you for lots of food real quick. And it looks, ooh, like we are back in the ravine. Don't know what end, but looks like a secluded section, maybe an altogether different one. Wow. Let's dig this up. waves here are just expansive. So we got already, I mean, we've only been walking around here for probably about 5 minutes, and we already have 21 pieces of iron. We've almost got a stack of coal. We got 2 diamonds, which is very exciting. Look at all the coal. Sadly, it does go quick, especially when you're cooking up all that stone. What's nice, they actually implemented this in 1.6.2, is they added coal blocks, which is definitely very cool. And I'll actually show you one of those really quick. It does have added purposes other than storage. For instance, a coal block, let's see if we can demo this real quick without dying. So, if you go into a crafting bench, a coal block requires a full 3x3 of coal. That gives you the block of coal. Now, like I mentioned before, coal will smelt, one piece of coal will smelt 8 things. So, the added benefit of a block of coal is that with 9 pieces of coal times 8, you get 72 things being cooked. With a coal block, if you throw this in a furnace, you'll actually get 80 items smelted. So it gives you an added benefit of an extra piece of coal. Let's move forward. What do we have here? Just a big opening into some more mineshaft. Ooh, another chest. Let's dig to that. Ooh, some redstone, iron, and we got 2 pieces of bread, which is nice. We don't have to use up our food. We can use this. Nope. I see you, creeper. And redstone. Nope. Another one of those reasons you don't dig right below you. Surprisingly, this mineshaft's been pretty tame. Oh, look at that. That is just beautiful. We got those mine shafts digging through those ravines. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. We're going to look a little bit further. Oh, look at that. much inventory. I got plenty of inventory. Oh. And that's why I craft another axe, which gives me more room. One thing I like to do when I'm going through a mineshaft is if I do find a dead end, I like to clear out as much items as I can from it. So all the wood, all the fence posts and rail, the ores, and that way I can actually block off one of these passages. So the next time I come back, because we are going to have to head back fairly soon, stick around a little bit more, but next time we come back down here, we'll know that we don't have to go down this end. So it'll save definitely a lot of time. We can get further into it. I hear you, spiders. You've got... Ooh, what is that? Silverfish. These guys are a pain. Let's see, are there any actually... Oh, there it is. You see that? Silverfish, they actually spawn from or within other blocks. And the way you can tell if there's a silverfish or storm block is you use something that's not a pickaxe and you hit it. So as you can see, that's breaking fast. If I were to fully break that, a silverfish will pop out, and I'll show you. Whoop. Oh, there it goes. See? So the nice thing is that once you get attacked by the first silverfish, you usually can get a good idea of where they are. There's another one. Kill all those. Die. And that's a regular block. So, now that we have cleared this entire path, what we can do is seal it off. And that will, like I mentioned before, signified no need to go that way. Ooh, another chest. Thank you. Oh. No. Open. Hey, Diamondes again. Sweet. Get. Block it. There we go. Light this up. Let's actually grab that, and we do not need all of these minecarts. So we are going to use one of these chests that we've gotten and put them, because they're just clogging our inventory. If we need them, we know where they are, right by this door, this block. So where are you? There's lava down there, darkness down there, so we want to be careful. Let's do that. It's a long way down. Oh. And we lost our pick. So let's make another one. this could be bad, but that's another chest, so we are gonna go for it. Drop the block. It looks like we are at a dead end, so that is safe. I'm going to not kill that source block, just in case we get overrun. We can quickly break that and push back the zombies. Some more melon seeds, some coal, and some more redstone. Oh, ooh, that was a little bit scary. One of those arrows can send us all the way down there. So, I'm gonna kill that source block right there. Where? Oh, there you are. Hey, baby zombie. I see you. I don't want to hit you yet. Oh, and there's the daddy. Mama zombie. Oh, lots of zombies. Oh, golden zombies with a sword. Oh, maybe we can get some armor. Golden armor. Oh, die. Woo! Ooh, he dropped something. Dropped some gold pants. With protection 2 on them. That is nice. I'm actually gonna swap that out. Oh! What is that? Guys, we've got what looks like the source of all those zombies. Spawner! Oh, 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 oh! Die! Die! No! 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 Let's, hi! Let's eat some food. Now, we are safe for now, but we gotta get to that spawner real quick, because they're just gonna keep on coming. It's a baby guy. So we did get a light in there, but as you can see, they are still spawning. I'm gonna wait for our health to go all the way up. Some crits. Oh, what the hell? Let's go. Go, go, go. Light, light, light. Hey! Spawner number 1. So let's see what we got for prizes. Name tags, that's a new addition. Those you actually need an anvil to use, but you can edit a name tag and attach them to a mob, and they will be named, which is definitely cool. Here. Ooh, music disc, very cool. Some more bread, some redstone, another name tag. Awesome, what don't we need? Don't need that. I want the chests. Crap, inventory is full. I'm actually going to leave another chest back here because I actually want to pick up all of this. This is mossy cobblestone. And I don't know if this music is loud, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. So what can we put up? What can we put up? I want to torch. Consolidate. We don't need the pumpkin seeds, let's be honest. We don't need the rotten flesh. And we are free. the stuff, when you have it right next to each other, it kind of looks a little bit cheesy, but it's nice to sprinkle these throughout your builds a little bit because it adds some added texture and life to different areas. I'll show you an example once I dig it all up. Oh, look at that! Nice little surprise too. That is an emerald, which means that we are at F3. We are in the extreme hills. So, very nice. Let's dig that up. Extra bonus. And of course, our inventory is full. What else can we throw up there that we don't need? You know what? Let's use this stick and make another torch. There we go. Bonus. Now, emeralds, other than being a decorative block, the only other purpose they have is for trade with villagers. And that can be a little bit dodgy at times. You gotta find the right villagers that'll give you the right trades, but so we could probably try to get some chainmail armor. But that's usually expensive, so one emerald will not do the trick. And some iron. So I'm going to leave this spawner here in case I want to make a spawner trap. I don't know exactly where this is as far as the hills above, but I will definitely take a look, because if it's in the right spot and it's close enough to the surface, then maybe we can use it for a item farm or an XP farm. But I don't actually know how close it is, so it may not be useful. So, here's a quick demo. I don't want to use up all my cobblestone just to refill in, but we've got a cobblestone wall here all around, and quite frankly, you know, it'll do the trick. But if you're looking to pretty it up or add some extra texture, what you can do is just cut a couple of these out, just in random spots, and then you take your moss stone, just to change the name, sprinkle that in there, step back, and voila. Just a little bit of texture, it'll catch your eye. I mean, this is a smaller sample because it's just in a little room, but it just adds a little bit of life to your builds. Take that back because I want it. So we are looking very nice with this caving trip. Ooh, some more emeralds, which is... I see you, zombie. I see you. Come get me. That's quite nice of you, letting me mine all this iron first. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Ha. It was a noble effort. You didn't fight at all, but you were useful. Alright, let's see if we can make our way back. I think this... Oh! There we go. I think we definitely have a good haul. We saw a lot of cool things. Let's head home, because there's nothing worse than having such a nice trip and losing it all because you like being a little bit greedy. I can go this way, right? Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's raining. Well, that's not good. Well, I guess it's not bad, but it's just loud. Heading this way. Intersection. Which way did we come from? We did not come from down. Put that down there. If I remember correctly, we actually came from up. So where was up? We didn't go that way. Let's be a little cheaty. And pillar. But some of this is dark, so we gotta pillar quickly. Just in case there's some skeletons lying about. And, ooh, I think I know where we are. And there we are. Look at that. Home, sweet home. It's just a bridge across. Look at my grass made a little bit of progress. Things are looking good. Turn down these sounds a little bit more so that I can talk to you guys. And let's recap. We've got 4 diamonds, which we'll use those in next episode. We've got 8 blocks of coal, so that equals 72 pieces of coal plus another 57. I hit a good haul there. 39 iron. We got some tags, some emeralds, a music disc, and some redstone. For our next episode, we will definitely get into some building. I want to use these diamonds so we can make our next necessary item, which is our first diamond pick. And we need to make 1 diamond pick so that we can make 2 different items. And I don't know if we'll go in there next episode. I think next episode will definitely be a building episode. I want to clean up our little home a little bit, make it an actual home. And maybe build a little bit around here, make a nice little lookout into the ravine because it'll be pretty, and maybe set up some better farming systems. As this worked for a little bit, it still works, but get some more crops on a larger scale, and we may use some of these fence, hook up some of these sheep because wool has more uses than beds. We can dye it, get some cool colors. They did actually just add carpet, which is cool. But we'll get into that next time, so have a good one. Bye-byes.